If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowances for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor look too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can hear the truth you've spoken twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life for broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at the beginning, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are done, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 40 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Have you ever had a bad dream? I think for a long time, for 2 or 3 years, I thought I was living a fucked up dream. And I kept waiting to wake up. I kept waiting to wake up. Tim was the first person that forced me to talk. To talk. Just to talk. I have this tattoo on my wrist where actually the first time I tried to commit suicide, I tried to cut my wrist that says believe, because my mother's always talked about either if you don't believe in yourself, then who's going to believe in you? I don't like the person I was. I cheated a lot on my girlfriend. I lied a ton. I was consumed by money. I used to gamble. I never gambled. I would say things just because it was the right thing to say. Not that I was maliciously a bad person.
No matter how many years you've lived up till now, no matter how many years you have yet to live, no matter how many fuck-ups you've made in your life in the time you've had on this planet, no matter how much of that time you fucking wasted over and over and over, right now is the moment you have. That's all you've got. Right now, as you're watching me, you should be here now. Where are you? Where are you right now? Because most people can't concentrate on anything longer than 30 fucking seconds. And I hope you can be honest with me and tell me that you're looking right at me right now. You realize that I'm giving you my total, undivided attention because I want your mindset about yourself and about the world at large to change right fucking now.
I talk to myself, okay? People have seen me and think I'm a little bit crazy, but I remind myself of what happened. I wake up in the morning and I always make sure that I look at my leg. I can't pick up my big toe, right? So I have to crack my toe. My toe always cracks and it hurts in the morning when I crack it because it gets stiff. And my accident happened like June 19th, 2003. Right. It happened. It sucked, It was painful, but it happened. It's a part of my blueprint. It doesn't define me, but it's a part of my story. But a lot of people allow that one moment to define the rest of the story. You can't allow that to happen. And you have to be vulnerable enough with yourself to accept the fact that shit happened. Bad stuff happens to everybody. You have to drive your own car, and if you don't drive it, somebody else is going to drive it for you. And that other person is driving it may not be a person, it may be a darkness, that entity that we talked about, that is easy to get lost and consumed in.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowances for their doubting too.
And we're going to start with two things. Most people will say about virtues being those things that you put in action that lead to positive, good consequences. Vices being those things you do that lead to bad and negative consequences. Most people will say about virtues that the most important virtue to have is courage, that all the other virtues will follow from courage, or the most important virtue is integrity, honesty, or perseverance. Whichever one they choose is the most important one, they say that's the first one. You do that one, you practice that one, you put that one into action, all the other ones will follow. I disagree. The most important virtue that you need to have at play, that you need to have buried deep inside of you, and it needs to be operating at its optimal levels all the time, 24/7, is your belief in yourself. Because if you don't believe first that who you are, this being that you are, this human being you are, your life here on this planet is of a value in and of itself, worth something, then those other virtues won't mean anything to you at all. They won't have any worthiness to you at all. Even if you happen to stumble by mistake or by accident across putting them into action once in a while. The first thing, the first virtue you need to have operating at 100% is your belief in yourself. Belief not in who you are, but in what you are. What the fuck are you?
I just never even thought about what my actions were. I was too busy moving. And Tim forced me to stop. And I still stop myself to this day. You know, I'm a firm believer in that you have to find balance in life, right? So there are gonna be times where your journey is gonna be down here and it's gonna be tough. And the same when things get high. You know, you sign a new deal, or you have to be able to keep things in perspective. And I think sometimes when I stop, I force myself to assess. Okay, what are the benefits? You know, where are the negatives? How can I turn this negative into a positive? All right, let me make sure that I don't get too high, and I continue to keep my head down and work harder because I want to achieve more. If it's not for me, for the people that work for me, or for my girlfriend or my mom deserves better. So I try to find that one thing, because I'm very goal-oriented, that I need to work towards. And once I achieve that, it's another goal. And I don't want it to ever stop, because that's what life should be.
And this quote is about a young man. He was a young lawyer in New York. He'd married a beautiful girl, and they had a lovely daughter. And then suddenly, she died. And this is what he wrote. This was in his diary. He said, "She was beautiful in face and form, and lovelier still in spirit. As a flower she grew, and as a fair young flower she died. And when my heart's dearest died, the light went from my life forever. That was TR in his 20s. He thought the light had gone from his life forever, but he went on. And he not only became president, but as an ex-president, he served his country, always in the arena, tempestuous, strong, sometimes wrong, sometimes right, but he was a man. It's only a beginning, always. The young must know it, the old must know it, because the greatness comes not when things go always good for you, but the greatness comes and you're really tested. When you take some knocks, some disappointments, when sadness comes, because only if you've been in the deepest valley can you ever know how magnificent it is to be on the highest mountain. Always give your best. Never get discouraged. Never be petty. Always remember, others may hate you, but those who hate you don't win unless you hate them. And then you destroy yourself.
If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are done, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on.
You're an animal. You're an animal that's created by a fucking creator, and you have a unique set of skills and tools and abilities and powers that makes you more powerful than any other creation or being or animal on this fucking planet. You have your mind. Your mind gives you a greater power than any other animal that's been fucking created. And your potential in life lies there. It begins and fucking ends there. What you will do in your life, where you will go in your life, is how much you believe in the power of this fucking thing here. There are no limits on what you can learn and know with your mind, and what you can achieve, how far you can push it, what kind of demands can be placed on it, what kind of challenges you can rise up to if you will only engage the power of your mind. And you have to believe that first and foremost, because when you do that, then this potential for greatness you have inside of you is undeniable. You won't ever question it, you won't ever have any doubts about it. And you will know that the potential for this greatness is totally, absolutely fucking unlimited in every fucking way. This is what makes it happen. All you fucking guys out there that are strong under a bar, loaded with weight, pushing for those PRs every day, and I know that you come here because I did my injection videos, me on here, on the video, jacked you up to get in there and do that business. But it isn't just about making PRs in the weight room. It's about living a fucking strong life. And you start with power and self-belief in that you are a unique fucking individual. This thumbprint makes you different from the other 6 billion people on this planet. And it fucking stands for something. It's not for nothing. And you need to believe that with all that you are. Every fucking cell of your body needs to believe that. That you are one of a kind, that you are a fucking original, and that you will not apologize for it at all. And that's the second thing I want to talk about today. The lying stops now. The lying fucking stops right now. The lying you do to yourself every fucking day when you push back against the fucking greatness that wants to come out of you. From now on, you do not give the benefit of the doubt to the rest of the fucking world and all the other people on this planet. You take your head out of the fucking world's ass. You start thinking for yourself and you realize that not everybody on this planet wants to be a fucking leader. Not everybody on this planet wants to do something great in their lives. Like you feel that voice inside of you urging you on to do. No, you stop. You don't apologize anymore for this fucking greatness that lies in you and this desire you have to want to bring it alive. No more. No more at all. The world needs fucking leaders and it needs you. And that's why you're here. That's why you stepped up to the fucking edge of the cliff. You weren't fucking afraid. And you're jumping off in free fall without a parachute. And you're gonna figure fucking things out on the way down. That's what we're gonna do here at Warrior University. From here on out, stop lying to yourself. Stop allowing yourself to get by on the fucking weak-willed, weak-bodied, weak-minded thoughts that are always there, pushing to step forward. Step out in front of the fucking great ones and the bold ones and the brave ones. Bold is genius. You came here to be a genius. From this point forward, here at Warrior University, you're gonna learn about how fucking you take that fucking genius inside of you and show it off to the rest of the world. I'm the warrior man. Always believe.
One of the things that we must do is that we must be involved in working on achieving self-mastery. You must work on yourself continuously. Never be satisfied with yourself. Always know that as you invest the effort and time on you, that's the greatest ability that human beings have above animals. See, a dog can't be anything but a dog. Tree can't be anything but a tree. Human being, you've got unlimited potential. You can put effort on you, and by concentrating on you and developing you, you can transform your life wherever you are right now. So you want to work on yourself. You want to read books that inspire you and motivate you. You want to listen to tapes over and over and over again, and you will get a breakthrough. And as you continue to work on yourself, you will begin to expand your vision of yourself. You begin to work towards self-mastery. And you will begin to see it reflect itself in all the dimensions of your life, your mental life, your physical life, your social life, in your relationships, your monetary life. So concentrate on developing yourself. Because if you don't, I guarantee you that you will make a settlement.
If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 40 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son.